Hi, fellow traders. I hope you guys had a great weekend and you're ready to get this third quarter started out. This is the second half of the year. We got the first half of the year down. Now, I didn't end it the way I wanted it to. I just missed my goal. I made it last week and then I gave it back. Really was a frustrating week for me, but I had to get myself back on the right track. Had to get my head screwed back on straight. And I'm ready to go for tomorrow. But, before I forget, you guys, I sent the emails out on Friday. Sometimes they get out, sometimes they don't. If you guys that earned a referral payment this month, just let me know if you didn't get it. If it didn't hit your PayPal account on Friday, let me know and I'll be able to get it to you today. Also, those of you that are AJT fund owners, your dividend check should have been deposited as well in your PayPal account. So if you didn't get any of those, let me know immediately. Shoot me an email and I'll get that squared away for you ASAP. All right, so a lot of you guys, you might be too young to remember the RIF promotion back in the day, that reading is fundamental. Now, when I was growing up, cable TV was very limited. We didn't have Hulu, Netflix, Amazon Prime, YouTube, none of that stuff. So a lot of our time was spent reading and reading these books. Now, we would go to the movies and there would be movies that would excite our imagination and get us pumped up. Like I remember the Rocky movies, the early Rocky movies. I remember going to see the very first Star Wars, and how that really developed my imagination and gave me motivation to do things beyond what I thought I could do. And so reading just kind of built on that. And the reason why reading is important, guys, is the mind is a muscle and it needs exercise. And reading is one of the very important exercises that we need. Now, we need more. Just like we go to the gym and work out, if we're working on our chest and arms, we're going to do multiple exercises. So in reading and building our mind muscle, it's going to take more than just reading, but reading is a very important part of doing that. It also helps us listen. We learn to listen better by reading, believe it or not, which is going to help us. Reading helps us discover new things, and again, it helps us develop our imagination. So reading is very, very important. And I personally believe, as a trader, as we're developing our mind, reading is a key concept. And I know I don't mean to be critical about reading trading books or anything like that. I'm just saying you don't want to just read those things. You want to read other things to stimulate your mind. Because trading is 90% mental. And it's all about developing your mind. So it kind of leads into this book that I'm reading. Now, I read a lot of books about motivation and developing the right mindset and all of that. And this book really caught me because in reading the first chapter, it pretty much aligned with my thinking and the way I set up my Trader's Mindset workshop years ago. Is that the very first thing we need to do is identify the things that from our childhood, things that happened to us growing up, things that we learned growing up. Like one right off the top of my head, a lot of people that were poor, that grew up poor, we were taught money was the root of all evil. And the people that had the money were the evil ones. And now they were the reason that we were oppressed. And that their job was to keep us oppressed. And so when you start making money, subconsciously, you'll derail your efforts. You'll self-sabotage because you don't want to be that person that you feared growing up. You don't want to be that person with money. And there are little things like that that can creep up without us even knowing it, that could derail us toward our path to success. And so it's very interesting that that very first chapter in his book, he talked about he shared everything that he went through and how these things affected him later in life. And the first exercise was listing out these things. And, I took the book with me. I almost forgot that I was asked to do a trader mindset workshop for this group of eight traders here in Columbia, that they have their own little day trading group. Now, they're not members of the community, but they watch my videos. They've sent me emails from time to time, and they follow me on my social media and everything. And they wanted me to give this workshop, for them. And so I redid my trader mindset the way that I'm going to do it later this year here in the community. And one of the first things was exactly what was in this book. So I took this book. The reason why I'm bringing this up, I took this book with me and I showed them and I talked to them about it. And I got a text from one of them 8 o'clock last night saying that they made a road trip up to Charlotte because that was the closest place that had 8 copies of this book. And they drove all the way and got 8 copies of this book because it just seemed like that first chapter just really got them going. So I'm really excited about getting further into this book. I mean, I couldn't put it down on Friday. And I'm almost through this thing. But like I said, I read books 2 and 3 times before I move on to the next one. So it may be 2 months before I actually move on and start reading a new book. Because this one, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be reading multiple times. But I get asked a lot what book I read, and I just wanted to share that with you. All right, so let's take a look at how I ended up this week, how I ended up the first 2 quarters of the year. I mean, I'm very happy. I didn't make my 25 grand goal. I know what happened. I know mentally I shut down after Monday. I just went and just lost it. So I know exactly what I need to do to get back on track. Is just go back to who I'm supposed to be. This wasn't bad, but Wednesday was really what derailed the whole thing. I came unglued on Wednesday. Thursday wasn't even any better. And then Friday, I didn't take any trades. Man, I can't tell you how many emails I got. What? No recap today? You must have lost again. Accusing me of hiding behind my losses. After I made 3 days of losing recaps and I missed Friday because I didn't take a damn trade. So there was nothing to recap. And typically Fridays I wait, unless I'm going out of town, I'll wait and recap on Saturday or Sunday. But no trades on Friday. Ended the week red by 927.48. Which the month they ended up 2261.96. I didn't change this. This needs to go back to need to change that. That's where I was last week. I wish I was still there. I wish I was still there. But that's where I am. That's what I finished the month with, only 2261. June is historically slow. It's a historically slow month. And it showed its face again, but we finished the month green. So just because I had a bad week, I'm not crying about it. We finished the month green. I only had 3 red days, 1 red day a week going into this week. I ended up with 3 this week. But hey, that's what happens. You're going to go through times where things are not going to go right for you. It's not your strategy. It's not the market. It's you. It's me. I'm the one that created this. Now, if I'd have had $340 loss days, I'd have been right on point because I'm doing my job. Or it would appear that I'm doing my job. I'm managing my risk. Maybe I'm missing the right stocks. Maybe I'm choosing the wrong ones. That happens sometimes. But when I look at this 11/37/12, this is a come unglued day. And there's nobody to blame but myself. Because the market didn't cause me to lose this much money. I did. And so I take the blame. I did everything to get myself back on track. And I'm ready to hit Monday starting July. This is the start of the last 6 months. And guys, if you want to change your life, there's so many guys that have changed their trading life this first 6 months. They started with this roadmap. Some of them had bumps along the way. They had to go back and restart because they tried to fast forward. But the people that stuck it out are really reaping the benefits of it. And it's hard. It's hard developing that right mindset. Some people it takes longer than others. But it is hard to develop the right mindset. But that's what it's all about. I'm trying to get you guys to develop the right mental game so you can keep moving forward. So that's where we are for this week. Here's the equity curve. Here's the pullback. Now, we've had a couple of pullbacks along the way. And it's going to happen. It's going to happen. But as long as we're continuing to grind our way up and bump our way up, I think we're going to be fine. Then here's the weekly P&L curve. You can see this one I don't typically pay much attention to because this is going to be choppy and this typically follows the market. So just really dug myself in a hole here, but you can see 1, 2, 3 red weeks out of the first I don't know how many weeks we had. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out of 3 red weeks out of 26, that's not bad. That is not bad. And you'd be surprised how many emails I got. People are just sitting out waiting for me to have an unraveled week. And they say my strategy doesn't work. Nothing. I mean, you wouldn't believe what I got. But when you put yourself out there, that's what you're gonna get. So no skin off my back. I'm going to keep rolling and I'm going to keep putting in my putting in work and see if we can continue to get this bounce this thing in the right direction here. Stop this pullback. All right, so that does it for me for this weekend. You guys have a great weekend. Enjoy. And let's get back at it. Thursday's a holiday, but we got Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I think we can go. Wednesday might be a half a day because people may be taking off early. Friday may be dead because most people will still be on vacation, but we'll see. We'll see. So you guys take it easy. I will see you first thing in the morning.